Dubai will launch a new dispute resolution centre later this year in hopes of reducing court litigation cases. Since the economic downturn, the Emirate has seen an increase in the amount of disputes in court, with a large number of construction projects put on hold due to financial problems. Joining us with more is Mr. Tony Harris, the UAE Operations Director for the Reed Group. Tony, thanks for joining us.
Pleasure to be here.
Now, of course, the Reed Group historically has been involved in the oil and gas industries. Why are they now involved in the dispute resolution sector here in the UAE?
Well, we've always been involved in the dispute resolution, dispute avoidance sector, and we're still involved in the oil and gas sector. It's just that at the moment our clients tend to have more need for assistance in resolving the disputes.
Now, of course, dispute resolution has become a lot more apparent in the last few months. Why do you think this is?
When oil prices are rising, prices of property are rising, if a project overruns by a certain amount, developers, owners are not too concerned about it. Naturally, once times get harder, money gets a little bit tighter, everyone looks at the bottom line and the costs much more closely.
Absolutely. Now, what are the main causes of a dispute?
You'd be surprised, actually, the number of times I come across companies in Dubai that have actually started fairly major works without having a contract signed.
Really?
And, I mean, one of the primary things is the fact that here a lot of the projects tend to be fast track. Everyone wants to start early because they want to finish as soon as possible. They have less information at the start, and therefore when the project's not defined, there comes a lot of change and a lot of delays later on, and that's when the disputes arise.
So what's your advice for companies? How can companies avoid having a dispute in the future?
Employ us from day one.
Good answer.
Basically, it's a matter of getting the records in place, make sure you put the notices in, and both sides need to take a pragmatic view as to what the final outcome is going to be. If you bleed a contractor dry of cash, everything tends to go slower. So it's important that both sides deal with circumstances as they arise as soon as possible, and don't let the dispute build up to the end.
All about getting organised.
Yeah.
So why would a company use a dispute resolution firm instead of a legal firm?
Actually, I mean, I'm a lawyer as well as a quantity surveyor. We tend to look at all sides of the dispute, from the entitlement side, from the legal point, to the quantum side, the planning side. So we have a broad overview of the whole thing, and we can hopefully make a submission from the contractor that proves his full entitlement, and when working for the client we can defend against any spurious claims.
Now, of course, the construction industry has been really hit by the financial market, which has led a number of developers to have problems. When do you think developers will be able to pay their invoices again?
Well, hopefully it appears the liquidity is returning to the market. There's obviously a backlog of outstanding issues with projects that have been suspended or cancelled. These have to work their way through the system, then hopefully things return to more normality.
Looking forward to seeing that. Now, of course, the French and the English governments have been involved in talks with government-based developers in regards to overdue payments. Do you think this is something we're going to see more of?
Hopefully not. Hopefully everything's going to return to more normality in the nearest future, and then it'll just be a matter of whether there's an entitlement and proving that entitlement and getting paid on it.
Time will tell. Well, Mr. Tony Harris from the Reed Group, thank you so much for your time today. It's been a pleasure.
Okay, thank you.
Well, that's it for this edition of Inside Business. Of course, you can contact us by writing to ib@city7tv.com. Don't forget, you can also follow what's happening on the program via Twitter. The address there is inside_business. For now, from all of us on the business desk, goodbye and thanks for watching.